You.
Me.
And she thinks
Guess
it's an
who's like,
option.
man, what, dude, whatever, man, I'm
Yeah.
ready. And this is every year for the first maybe 6-7 years. I promise you, we had a near divorce type scenario where she's like, I'm done, and I'm going, yeah, sure, I'm done too. But we always found our way back, and I think
How?
one of the things that we were able to do was what that worked for us was that we were always able to have a project or something that we're working towards together. So having a common vision sort of helped us to. So even if you're fighting, right, there's stuff that needs to be done, and then you have to do it. And in doing these things, we sort of remind each other of the fact that this person is committed to me. This person is committed to to me as well, and I think that helps. Well, my wife is the angel in our relationship, so as far as I know. And
Are you worried these days? Because there's loads of like in the streets, there's loads of like you hear every day about women cheating and women giving men children that are not theirs, because that's kind of very rampant. And a lot of people are like, wow, fear women. I've heard fear women so
yeah,
much in the month of
yeah,
January
yeah,
and
yeah. We
February
hear
that I'm
that a
just like,
lot.
shut the fuck
We
up.
hear that a
We've been
lot.
dealing with you guys for so long. So yeah, fear us.
No,
Okay.
so let's not forget the fact, just to address that last part. This has always been happening. This has always been happening. It's not. This is not the generation where people started stepping out, men and women, right? It's been happening for decades. Okay, so the only difference is hardly would you ever find a man who fesses up to the fact that his partner. Meanwhile, if a man steps
Row,
out,
row, row,
the
row,
whole community is gonna find out about it.
row, 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 row. What you said.
Right. So
So do you feel like men are forgiving of cheating if it's quiet? Like if it's just me and you, no way, no the matter. We
men
go
are
bury him inside this
such
house.
deep wells, I think. Are
Wow.
such deep wells that it would it could it could it could it could break you, right? But that process is like you trying to just dam up a river, right? And you just want to hold it in and keep it from the world. It's, I guess, ego has a lot to do with it as well. It can be quite damaging for men and women, but I think men are
I think
somewhat more
society
sensitive.
makes it more accepting for the men when they step out. So the women deal with the shame, but it's almost like people are
Who's
quick to say,
society?
what I'm trying to say is that it's been passed down from our mother's time. You find women sometimes who go and complain to the guy's mother or have a community of other women, and she's like, "My husband is cheating on me," and their response is, "Well, whose husband is not?" Do you know what I mean? So
Right,
that somehow comforts. It gives a bit of soft landing, Whereas when it's the man, if he's sat with a group of friends at a bar
nah,
and he's like, "Yo, my wife is cheating," half of them will be
nah,
like, "That she gotta go. She for the
nah.
streets.
Yeah,
You can't
I know,
take that." You know what
I
I
know.
mean?
I think again, you this whole society thing, that's why I asked who is society.
We
Society
are.
is we are society, and if you say society did this, then men and women are equally responsible for wherever we find ourselves today. I do think that we need to reevaluate personally what we allow society to, or how we allow society to influence us, and what we allow it to dictate. So I would never fall, like, I don't do society things. I don't listen to, so gender roles, all those things. It's you and the person you're in a relationship with, how you handle your relationships, whatever challenges that you're facing. That's up to the both of you. It really is.
So, I mean, this Valentine's season, I want to ask you, what do you think that women want? Like, are you a Valentine's guy? First, to start with, because I have my thoughts about
Yeah.
Valentine's.
Um,
But are you the kind of guy that goes all out and makes it like really special every year?
So I try to do special more than just on Valentine's Day, but I would go just a tad bit extra for Valentine's. Yes,
So, what do you have planned? Tell me.
there's a little getaway.
You see, this is what I mean. Like, I like a thoughtful man. I like a man. Sometimes people think it's like, it's like the big stuff sometimes, which is good. But I realized that sometimes it's also is what you just said right now.
Mm.
You see her working hard, you know she deserves a break, and you're thinking to yourself, babe, you know what? I've been working hard at the gym. I'm gonna love on you on this strip. You're just gonna forget. Like that is such a beautiful thing. And one of the reasons why I thought it was important for us to do this is because all around there's so many crazy stories about
Right.
why relationships are not working and divorce and this and that. It's nice to see people who are not perfect
Right.
because that's one of the things I admire about you. Not many people will sit here and say, for every year in the last 7 years, we've tried to exit this
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah.
Some people sit down and be like, if you do this, you get this. If you do
No.
that, you get
No,
this.
no, no,
So,
no, no, no. At all.
it's important for you to let people know that as well. So
Mm.
people who aspire
Right.
for what you have, because many people see what you do, like in our profession, and think that it's harder as a married person.
It is.
Okay.
It actually
But you
is.
make it seem so easy because you're always posting about your wife, and it's like, girls, get out of my DMs. This is the one. She's the queen. Look right here.
Actually, I
Somebody somewhere is like,
I
they
tell
are the
you,
ones that cheat the most.
no. So here's the deal. First of all, I try to keep my family, away from social media as much as I can. But there are just some moments that are so beautiful. You want to share it. Even like I worried about the 10th year anniversary thing. I didn't want to share it at first because I was like, yo, I don't want to come here, you know how it is. And then people are picking something. Yeah. But I said, you know what? This is a good thing. It might encourage somebody out there. And I made it perfectly clear that first of all, I'm not perfect. Like I'm so flawed. I think 80% of in fact, the person who's carrying 80% of the weight in terms of who I'll say is trying, is my wife. Like she's such a great person. Like I wouldn't be married to me for 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be, and because I know that, it's like we're course correcting all the time. Like if I gaff here, I correct, like I've learned to apologize properly now. Not I'm sorry, no, no, no.
Teach us. How do
I
you
break it
apologize
down.
properly?
Where's my phone? I will just read the one I sent her the last time.
Please read it. Pause. Can I get his phone? So that if you are trying to toast me and you don't know how to apologize, over for you, mate. But remember, what did you say? What did you do first?
No, there was some stuff that we hadn't resolved.
Okay.
And then and this always happens, where you don't resolve stuff
and it comes back somewhere
and then
else.
something else happens on top of that, and then somebody blows up, and so I was like, yo, I felt this had been done, and then this is coming again, and I just picked it up, and I was like, this is wrong, and I think I spoke too much. She gets up in the morning. I'm still sleeping. She leaves for work. And usually she'll wake me up to say goodbye. She leaves for work. I wake up and I'm like, oh, snap. She didn't say goodbye.
You're in the doghouse now.
Yeah. So I pick up my phone at about 9, 10 a.m. She's at work. And I send her a note saying, look, I didn't mean what I said yesterday night. I was upset because there was some stuff that was unresolved. And then I truly, truly apologize. And I'm really sorry. Something simple. But it wasn't just I'm sorry. No, but, I felt she felt it was heartfelt, and she replied, and she replied, yeah. So
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Aww.
Now let's get her to learn how to apologize too.
I was about to say, like, I'm not a great apologist. Like, women, I think we kind of like rather mop the ocean.
Yeah.
And then we show you in ways.
I
like,
know.
We don't necessarily say, but we show you.
But I'm like, no, my dear. No, you can't. Are you hungry?
Show more.
Please.
Or at least I send you some food at work. You know what
Or
I mean?
something,
Or at
yeah.
least I throw on a nice lingerie. That's an apology.
Yeah, no.
At least I can go down on you. It doesn't happen all the time.
Well, that could work.
That's an
actually.
apology.
You might not. That one could definitely work.
Exactly.
I'll take
that. So you see why I don't do it often? I save it for special moments. When I'm wrong, then I'm gonna be like, okay, today my mouth is gonna work. Wow.
Right.
Do all the exercises, and I'm like, okay, let's go there. I would like to know, what are the things that you can, I'm not saying advise, but in your own words, like for people who are probably watching right now and thinking, I love my partner, but is not my favorite person right now. I like my girl, but she is not my favorite person right now because she is annoying as hell. Like, how do we get to the good part?
When you find out, you can tell me.
I like that.
Yeah, you can tell me.
Mm,
I would say though that I I don't believe that love is a feeling or just a feeling.
mm,
I think love is action.
mm,
Love is what you do. And so whether I feel a certain type of way towards my wife, or you know, or she feels a certain type of way towards me, it doesn't change the fact that I will act in love. I may not feel in love, but I will act in love. And sometimes the action of love sort of like it draws out that feeling of love from you. Like as I act in love towards you, I start to feel love towards you.
mm.
And if you start to feel me, on that level, you start to feel that feeling of love, then you start to act in love. Uh,
Boy, you are in the wrong profession. I
Well,
honestly think if you bottle up this love shit and selling traffic, people gonna buy it. Like acting,
I'm
honestly,
I'm
I really
done.
feel you
I'm
need to.
I'm
I
done.
see
I'm
your
done.
a book, 10 Ways to Love, Act of Love, Service of Love. I promise you,
Yeah.
you need to get that radio show. I think that we learn how to act or love
Yeah.
from what we saw growing up.
Yeah.
Do you think it plays a huge role?
Yes, but it does. I
Okay.
agree. Absolutely. But Yoruba say omotababi atunraibi,
Mm,
right? So that's not even an excuse. Because yes, you've learned from maybe parents or maybe people around you who are influential to your life. Your responsibility is to search for truth. That's why I question everything. I once questioned the existence of God. And because of that question, I could do some research or even some soul searching. And I came to an understanding that was, unique to me.
mm,
So I can defend whatever beliefs or whatever, reasons I have for doing whatever it is that I do because I
mm.
think these things through, not because of what somebody has told me or what society, quote unquote,
Or in
is
quote unquote,
saying.
are you
Yeah.
one of those people? What do you feel about those people who blame everything on their zodiac signs? I'm a Taurus. That's
Uh,
what Taurus shit do.
it's
I'm a
such a it's
Virgo.
a cop out.
Okay, that's what Virgos do. I'm a Scorpio.
No. That's
This is a sign of a Scorpio.
it's the same as it's the same thing when people say that it's just simple as, oh, this is who I am, that's
Mm,
who I yeah. uh, no, you can change,
mm,
and you did mention it earlier on that people don't want people are afraid of their partners changing,
mm,
um are afraid of their partners changing in a certain direction. Growing might be the word, because they want them to change for their benefits. Oh, you don't
mm,
pick up your clothes, you should pick it up, change for
mm,
me.
mm.
The other part is
The
a lot
growth.
of people are not ready to change for other people.
Mm.
They're not
I
ready to
like
make
how
the
you put
adjustments,
it,
right?
change and growth, because I
Yeah.
guess what I was trying to say was also the growth part.
Yes. Which seems to be more common? A man who's waiting to receive pleasure, or a woman who's lying there? Which seems to be more common? Which would you think is more common?